Hello. Today I want to talk about if the physics of entities VisionOs are the same as entities in Unity, static, kinematic, dynamic, and if they behave in the same way. So I was looking at this video by Smart Penguins about how the physics works in Unity.
Is moving, and you can see it didn't collide with any of them. It didn't even.
So first I think I'll demonstrate the physics in VisionOs, and then I'll do another video after this talking about how I created this.
Shouldn't move.
So as you can see in Unity, a static cube will just go through a kinematic and a dynamic object. So let's test that. So here I have the same colors of my objects, and I've got static, dynamic, and kinematic. I'm gonna just grab one of the objects, and it goes through, and it goes through. Kinematic
is really close to a static object, except for kinematic object you can actually move it. So in your game you can use it for moving platform or rotating platforms. There is a problem with using kinematic object for a moving platform, and it is when you want to place an object on top of a moving plate with the kinematic. You can see it does not collide with a static object, that's fine. It does not collide with the kinematic, but it does collide with a dynamic object.
So this kinematic should not collide either, right? Doesn't collide with the static, but it does collide with the kinematic.
And here we have a dynamic object. It collided with the static object and it stopped. Although it's still trying to move, the static object is stopping it from moving on. And that's something that we didn't see with the kinematic object. So let's try collision with a kinematic object, and it has the same effect as a static object. It's not allowing to pass through. But if we get the kinematic object to move in the opposite direction of the dynamic object, we can see once it collides, the kinematic object is the one that is going to move the dynamic object.
Okay, so let's try moving the dynamic object. Obviously can't move the kinematic object. It's very sensitive actually. And it's butting up against the static object as well. Okay, that's it. So it appears that the physics work very similarly, if not exactly the same as in Unity, for static, dynamic, and kinematic objects. And the next video I'm going to go into how I made this test so you can test it for yourself.